Hi everyone, it's Trishna. Let's do a Celtic card reading for the collective. Let's get into it. What messages want to come through for the collective? I'm feeling a bit of lightness in the energy, but also some stress. I'm feeling the stress in my jaw on the right side. It feels like there is an aspect of us that is very vulnerable that has started to get noticed or picked at. That maybe a vulnerable wound of ours is being made even more vulnerable. And it's a little bit frustrating to have somebody poke at us in that way. We don't like it. We don't think it's fair. We don't think it's kind. We don't think it's necessary. But what Spirit has to say to you is take out the person in question. Leave out whether they are right or wrong in doing what they're doing. And focus alone on our message here, which is that it is being pointed out to you by Spirit, not by this person, for a reason. It is something for you to notice and to address so you can finally get it out of your system so it no longer has to have a hold on you, your mind, your life. It is a chance at freedom, redemption. So take the person out of the equation, because if you keep them in, it will make your pride rise. And just see them as being led by Spirit to help you. There is something about this wound that you should actually be proud of. And that's what you should take away from whatever that memory is or that quality. And if it wasn't being poked at right now, you would leave it as something that maybe you feel ashamed of or embarrassed by, or a way in which you allow it to affect your sense of self-worth. When instead there's something about it that you really should be proud of. And when someone pokes at us in these ways, eventually we get so upset that all we can see are the good aspects of it. Because we're tired of somebody always pointing out the negative. So we must look and see for ourselves the positives so we can gain some semblance of peace and clarity and certainty. So as annoying as it may be, as painful as it may feel, it is a gift from Spirit. Take the gift. Take the lesson and free yourself. Taking a look at the cards. You feel like you've been very emotionally balanced for a while, that you've finally gotten a foothold on your emotions, on your mind, on the way that you operate, on the way that you see things, being balanced in how you view the world, not taking sides, not getting polarized. But more internal reflection is needed because there are still aspects of yourself that need to be looked at. Not because there's something wrong with you, but rather because there's something right with you. And you need to see it for yourself so you can love yourself and embrace yourself even more than you ever have before. So you can attain even more of this balance that you already have and that your soul wants even more of. Don't allow these wounds that are being poked at to make you feel guilty or disappointed or like you lost something. Don't allow it to bring up those feelings of shame anymore or embarrassment. You are balanced in your perspective. You can see things in an elevated, healthy way. But it's now time for you to take that lesson of balance and apply it to yourself. because you've been applying it to the world, seeing the world more balanced, seeing the world in less polarized ways. But what about giving yourself that same benefit? What about giving yourself that same love and kindness? Spirit is asking that you do that now for yourself. It's time to notice these shadows that you still run from, that you still hide from, these secrets that you keep from yourself and your own subconscious, and to allow them to rise to the surface so you can gain victory over them, and you will. Keep focusing, keep steady, keep your eyes on the prize of self-love and healing. It's time to cut out these thoughts that hurt you. There's no room for them anymore. There's no reason to celebrate past pains and traumas that no longer serve you. No need to romanticize them. Let them go. Be in your power, but don't be in your power in a way where you only focus on half the equation of the self. Don't be in your power where you're focused on ego. Don't lead from ego. Lead from a place of healing. Don't allow yourself to be lonely. These wounds that we keep and hold on to make us lonely, make us feel like we're alone in them. That's why you don't want to share them. That's why you keep them a secret, because you think that you are alone in them, that no one else can relate, that it's something to be embarrassed by. But when you realize that that's not the case, you can let it come to light. You don't need to protect it from the ego. You don't need to shun it and hide it. You can enter into a whole new journey, a whole new way of looking at the world, a whole new perspective. And this new perspective is something that you can really build something upon in really powerful ways that are lasting and that are life-changing. So, even though something may come up, even though somebody may poke at you, remember to take that person out of the equation, let that pride go, see the gift and the benefit in this, all that you can become if you address it, bring it to the light, see it for the gift that it is. And I'll leave it here.